Hello again. If you've never watched before, my name is Geraldine Payne. I am an independent consultant with Paparazzi Accessories. I am a producer and I founded the Sparkle Squad team. We have ladies all over the United States on our team. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about jewelry displays. And I get this question a lot. People say, I want to sign up, but what am I doing about jewelry displays? Does the kit come with jewelry displays? What's happening with that? Well, first let's talk about paparazzi. And paparazzi is different. Paparazzi is all inventory based, meaning there's no catalogs. So you basically sell what you have, which is great because you don't have to continually buy catalogs to sell. You don't have to give out catalogs and take orders and sort orders and deliver. But with it being an inventory based, you also have to have some kind of display. So maybe you just signed up. Maybe you are thinking about signing up. Let's talk about what we could do for jewelry displays. First of all, paparazzi doesn't make you display it a certain way. Paparazzi is so flexible that you can find what display is best for you. And there are millions of different ways to do this. And we're going to today look at a few examples that I found. Now, some of these examples are mine, some of these are not mine. First thing we're going to do is talk about pegboard. And you might be saying to yourself, what is pegboard? Well, pegboard basically is kind of just like plywood, but with holes drilled into it already. And you can buy it at any home improvement store, and they'll even cut it for you there. It's used a lot in garages. People have maybe tools hanging up on them. But what a paparazzi consultant does is they go and buy it, they'll get it cut, and they'll bring it home and paint it. Now, painting color, I would suggest you stay neutral on. It's kind of hard to, like, I know my favorite color is orange, but I'm not going to paint it orange because it's going to make some other colors look weird. So, I wouldn't paint it a pink or, aqua or anything like that. I would stay more of a neutral, maybe a black or a gray. Gray looks really excellent on them. And once you've got it painted, some consultants will just weave through the holes ribbon, kind of like making a book binding, and that'll keep it together. Other consultants actually have handy husbands. I don't have one of those. I have a computer husband, so I'm blessed in other ways. But they'll have handy husbands, or they do it themselves, and they can actually make like a frame for it, have it sit up nice on a table. Some consultants even make it where it's like a folding book where they'll put a latch on it, it'll fold together, and they even have like a handle. They can carry it on their shoulder and go from event to event. And basically, all of their items stay on the hooks there on the pegboard, nice, safe, and sound. Now, if you sign up with a kit, you do get some of the hooks in the kit with it. And that's actually the cheapest place to get them is through Paparazzi. This example here is actually a great example of the pegboard. They've actually put it on the back of like a bookcase so it stands up at events for them really nicely. I hope you've seen a lot of great examples go by as I'm talking about what the pegboard looks like and how you can utilize it. Let's talk now about Foamboard. Foamboard basically looks like this. It's kind of like a poster board, but a little thicker. It's basically foam in the middle. It's a lot lighter than pegboard, and what a lot of consultants do is they'll paint that or they'll decorate it with duct tape, and they'll get the little command hooks or even push pins will work on this, and they'll hang their jewelry on that. And there's lots of different ways to do that as well. And there's lots of examples here. They have it stand up like a book. You can have it like a teepee looking kind of thing. And a foam board is just a little less expensive. It's a lot easier to carry. It's just not as durable though. So you just have to weigh your options there. Now here's a great tip for you. If you go into any store, you'll see on the end caps kind of like the long sheets of plastic where they have items hanging off of it. Well, here's an example right here. And if you actually go into like a Dollar Tree and ask them, they'll give you the hooks. They're already on there, and you can just put, your hair clips or whatever you want on there. They'll give them to you for free because they just throw them away. All you have to do is go in and ask for them. There's lots of other things that you can use to display. One of my favorite ways to draw attention to an item is to use this bust. And you can buy them at Walmart or Joann's or Michael's or wherever. They normally range around $5 or $6. You can use ring trays to display your rings. Even, get out an old vase and paint it and drape a necklace over it. Or use the hair bands around the outside of a vase hanging out of it. Think about some cute baskets or bins or something that you have at home to put some things into. What about that metal wire waste basket you have hanging around the house? Use it to hang your headbands off of, or, turn it upside down and use it to stick the headbands out, and it becomes a great display piece. There's even things you can use like a tie rack where you could put the necklaces on and put them in a container and they won't tangle. A picture frame, take the pictures out, put some hooks on it, and put your inventory on there. This is actually a scrapbooking paper carousel organizer they have, and instead of putting paper on it, they, as a consultant, just put some necklaces on it. Think about displaying your hair clips on a hat. That's a great way to wear them as well. Make a cute little three-tiered cupcake stand. Put some rings on it. Put Starlit Shimmer on there. Use DVD racks. They're excellent. You can hang things off of them. You can put the headbands on them. They're great taller pieces as well to draw attention up. This is one of my favorites, is a binder clip, and I have a lot of them. I'm a teacher, so I'm kind of partial to binder clips. Put the little girl's earrings on there. Put the hair bands or hair bows on there. Think about maybe even the stuff that you bring the items to the party in. Put that underneath your tablecloth to add some different dimensions and depths and get some, visual interest going on there. This one here is really great. This is a thread spool holder you buy at Walmart. And all we did was paint it and throw some rings on there. And this is a great spinning display. I actually got on Black Friday for, I think it was like $8. And it's really great. The next one I'm going to talk about is what I like to affectionately call the rolling method. And this is the method that I go with. Basically, what I'll do is I'll lay out a lot of my necklaces and jewelry out on the tablecloth at the event or at the party. I'll put some, busts on there, some bracelet holders, that kind of things, just to accent a few pieces. And basically, when the party's done, I take off the accent pieces and I just roll up the jewelry in the tablecloth and it stays secure there. It's kind of like rolling up, like a crayon roll or, something like that. And all of the jewelry just stays right where it's supposed to be on there. And the next party, I just unroll it and my party's ready to go. And that's the actual one that I've decided I'm going to use. But, it's totally up to you. You decide what works best for you and go with it. And most consultants do end up using a combo method. And these next pictures are kind of going to go and show you what that looks like with putting them all different together. What I want you all to know is you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours and hundreds of dollars making a display. Use what you have. Find it on Craigslist, maybe find it at a garage sale, find it on clearance, whatever you have to do. It doesn't have to look amazingly complex. In fact, most of the time, less is kind of better. Because you want to focus on the jewelry. The jewelry is what's selling. Your display is not selling. Yes, use your display to bring attention to it, to highlight certain pieces, but always remember that with Paparazzi, $5 jewelry is pretty darn impressive. So really, the jewelry is selling itself, and you're just helping it sell. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. And if you're thinking about joining Paparazzi, I'd love for you to join our team. As always, you can email me at jewelrybygeraldine@gmail.com. You can also contact me on my Facebook page at www.thesparklesquad.com. Thanks so much for listening.